Hey everyone, I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday and this beautiful weather that we're having. I am down in Burr Ridge, Illinois at my in-laws' house. I'm visiting some family today. Day 3 of going live on Facebook every day in March today. And today we're talking about what got me into real estate. So, a lot of people probably don't know that I was originally, when I first started out my career, right out of high school and community college, I started out as a firefighter EMT. I got my EMT license and joined a local fire department part-time, and then went into EMS full-time. I did that for about 13 years. Yeah, 13 years, almost exactly. That was my full-time job. That's actually where I met Alia, my wife, was at my full-time paramedic job. Once we got pregnant with Abigail, though, we realized that, being a full-time paramedic, they pay us like crap, and we couldn't pay the bills, and we couldn't find an apartment that was big enough and that we could afford on 2 paramedic salaries. So, 1, we moved up to Wisconsin, and then 2, I found another job. I started selling insurance for Farmers Insurance out of Illinois. That job I actually really liked. Well, I wouldn't say I really liked it, but it was a fun job for a while. I did that for 3 or 4 years. The problem with Farmers Insurance is that they are like I guess you could say like a higher class, a higher tier insurance company. They tend to charge more in premium than other insurance companies. They want like a higher class of people, I guess you could say. People that are more apt not to get into accidents or something like that. I don't know how to explain it exactly. People with higher credit scores and that kind of stuff. But after 3 or 4 years selling insurance, and then just continuously raising the rates. Hey Benny, I see you're watching. But after them just continuously raising the rates, and me just losing customers left and right, I decided to leave insurance, and I didn't realize that there were independent insurance agents at the time. So I sold my book of business back to Farmers, and I quit insurance. I didn't really have a plan when I quit insurance, so I just kind of jumped around. I did odd jobs here and there. I worked for Quick Trip for a little while. I worked for Amazon for a little while. I worked for places here and there. Until finally I landed a job at a local nursing home in Kenosha, running the housekeeping department. I worked there for a year, and then I got my real estate license while I was working there. During that year while I was working there and getting my real estate license, they eliminated my job after that year that I was working there. They just said, you know what, your position is no longer needed. We're going to eliminate your job and lay you off, which kind of sucked. But after some discussions with my wife, I decided to jump full-time into real estate and see what happens. Because I didn't want to spend time looking for another full-time job and then just doing real estate part-time and not serving my clients what they really need to be served. And honestly, it worked out really well for me. My first 6 months in real estate, I sold 8 houses, which is pretty good for a brand new agent. Not the best, but by far above average. And then every year since then, I've sold between 20 and 35 houses, which is, as far as I know, average to above average for most real estate agents. Most full-time real estate agents sell, from what I know, between like 5 and 8 houses a year. So that's pretty good for a full-time real estate agent. So that's kind of my story about getting into real estate. I really love real estate. I have a lot of fun doing it. And I get asked all the time, Chad, is real estate easy? I think it's easy, but I've been doing it, since 2018. So 5 years now, 6 years, something like that. I can't count very well. But, generally it's not a super easy job. There's a lot behind the scenes once the deal is going that people don't realize happens. It's a lot of counseling, helping people through the transaction, telling them what's going on next. Just kind of hand-holding, negotiating, going back and forth with the other side. There's just a lot that you don't know about. There's long days, you work long hours. You work after hours because you have to work behind around your buyer's schedules. Typically people want to see houses, after they're done working. So you have to show houses, after 5 o'clock. So you're working, not a typical 9 to 5 job. You may work 9 to 5 on like files and office work, but then you have to work after 5 o'clock to show houses. So, real estate hours aren't your typical 9 to 5 hours. If you're looking for a 9 to 5 job, real estate probably isn't the job for you. But I have a lot of fun doing real estate. If you guys have any questions about real estate or maybe getting into it, I'd be happy to answer them for you. But that is my journey into real estate. And like I said, I really love it. I have a lot of fun doing it. And that's my day 3 so far. I will see you guys tomorrow for day 4. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a great day.